pop my shit, nigga, I'ma pop my shit. It's a lot of fuck niggas still breathing like being a bitch niggas in season. They cop
up YouTube, it's your boy Al Jones, the guy. You already know where we at with it. Follow me on Instagram at Fuck You Al Jones. Follow me on Twitter at Fuck You Al Jones. Follow me on Facebook since I'm newly freed from incarceration. Facebook Alan Deity Jones. And please, please don't forget to fucking smash that subscribe button. The subscribe button will let you smash if nobody else will. You know what I'm saying? For real. But listen. So today, got a special treat. We're going to do Uncle Jones' story time. You know what I'm saying? Story time. So, you know, in my day, I was a bit of a scumbag. Was a bit of a scumbag. No, I've changed. I'm a different man now. But, man, you know, there's some low points in my life that, you know, I chose to bury under the rug. But now that I think about it, they turn into some actually pretty awesome stories. So, this is the story about the time that I had sex with a blind chick. Not blind, not like blind. I'm talking about blind, like can't see. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is on one of those low nights in my life. I was in a relationship and I was having a lot more sex than the person I was in a relationship with was. And, you know, I was drunk and I was probably on drugs because drugs were a big influence, you know, in a lot of decisions that I made. I decided to call the chat line for old time's sake. Now, I'm not going to say when this was. It might have been 2016 or something. Damn it, I just said I wasn't going to say when it was, and I said when it was. But anyway, this might have been around 2016, 2015, 2014. So, you know, I calls the chat line. Like, I know y'all remember the chat line from back in the day, like back in high school and shit. That motherfucker still exists. Surprisingly, it still exists. I call this shit. You know how it be. You get on there, yeah, you know, your description, yeah, I'm 6'5", you know, I'm some pounds, yada, 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 look good, ready to fuck, bitch, come over here, suck my dick now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm on there scrolling through the line. And this one chick, she gets on there, yeah, you know, I'm an older chick, you know, I'm in my 50s, and I'm thick, and this, that, and the third. And she said that she was blind. So I'm like, beep, I hit the 2, right? Immediately, I hit 2, talk to her. Like, hey, what's going on? Where you at? Where you located? Yada, yada, yada. Now, the fact of how she actually got onto this motherfucking chat line, I don't know. Maybe she memorized the number. She's using voice fucking dial. I don't know, but she was on here. So we talking. I get her number. I call her offline. We talking for a few minutes. And, you know, Daredevil like, yeah, you should go ahead and come over here and, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and knock it off or whatever. It be all good. You know, I'm like, all right, Matt Murdock. I figure we can do that. So I'm thinking, I'm like, shit, what do I do? Do I really do this? Do I really go out here just to satisfy my sexual urges all the way out to Pontiac, Michigan? I hope she wasn't one of y'all aunties to all my friends in Pontiac, but should I really go out here to Pontiac and fuck this blind bitch? Nigga, I stopped at the fucking store, got me something to drink, got me a couple of condoms, and drove my ass down Telegraph 25 minutes to Pontiac and said, fuck it, I don't know what I'm about to get into, but goddamn it, I know what I'm about to get into. So, you know, I was selling weed at the time, so before, you know, I got there, I had stopped and made a little, like, $20 sale, some bullshit like that. That'll come in handy later. So, you know, I gets out there, kind of nervous and shit. So, I'm like, all right. I called her. I'm like, yo, Ray Charles, I'm outside. Can you come let me in? She's like, all right. So she come downstairs and shit. I'm standing on the porch. And, you know, it was kind of chilly outside. I had a jacket on and shit, you know what I'm saying? She comes to open the door. And I'm like, wow. This bitch is really fucking blind. Like, she's really fucking blind. You know what I'm saying? So she had her little stick or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? She was a nice looking older lady. Don't get it twisted. She was a nice looking older lady, but she was for real blind. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, come on upstairs. She led me upstairs and shit. She leads me back to the bedroom. And when I got in there, you know, she sits on the bed, and there was this chair adjacent to the bed. So I kind of, you know, I looked at her when I'm checking her out. I takes my jacket off, zip, takes my jacket off, set it down. I sat down. She looks at me, or her eyes were in my direction, however the fuck that works. You know what I'm saying? And she looks at me and says, "You can take your jacket off." Okay. No, I know you can fucking hear the goddamn zipper that I just unzipped on my jacket, but okay. So I took my jacket off, and you know, I had some weed in my pocket. She was like, "You can roll up." I'm assuming she smelled it, because she said I can roll up before I even took the weed out of my pocket and shit. I'm pretty sure that blind people have amazing senses of smell and senses of hearing and shit like that. So I took the weed, I start rolling up and shit. You know, she like, "Come over, sit on the bed next to me." So I'm on the bed and shit, you know. I'm over there and I hear a clock. I hear a clock go, "It is 11:30 p.m. I'm like, wow, she's that kind of blind where the clock has to make an announcement as to what time of day it is, right? So I'm tripping. So we smoking and shit. And, you know, long story short, we get down to business and shit. You know, we get down to the nitty gritty. And, I'm like, "Yeah, why don't you get up and take your robe off?" Because she had on the robe and shit. Bitch takes her robe off. Bitch was thick than a motherfucker. I mean, thick than a motherfucker. Like, she was in her 50s, so she had like a little pudge in her stomach, like she been drinking motherfucking OE or something like that. I mean, it's all good though, but she was thick, had fat ass and everything. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm about to murder this bitch." So I lay on the bed, I pull my joint out, right? Man, listen, she sits on the bed next to me, right? This is when I pulled my joint out, man, she had to feel around for the motherfucking time. Bro, I am not lying. She had to feel around for it, right? So I let her top me off or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I smashed. Pussy was good. I smashed or whatever. So I'm happy with what I just did. I'm happy with myself at this point. You know what I'm saying? No problem whatsoever. So I'm putting my shit on. I'm about to get ready to go. I'm like, "Yo, you know, walk me downstairs. You know, I had a good time, whatever, you know. I might have to come back and see you or something like that. I might have to come back and see you." So she like, "Yeah, I'm gonna walk you downstairs." So she walks me downstairs. Get to the bottom of the stairs. She says, "Hey, hate to be a bother, but do you have $10 that I can borrow until like the next time you come over?" Now me, I hate tricking. I hate tricking. I'm not gonna say I never paid for no pussy before, because I definitely have paid for pussy before. I hate tricking though. And after we just had sex, and you walked me downstairs, and you asked me for $10. I'm not saying that's what you were asking for the $10 for, but goddamn it, your timing was pretty fucked up in this instance. So I'm like, yeah, you can get $10. So I go over to the car, grab some money, came back to her. I put some money in her hand and said, "Look, take this, don't even worry about it." Nigga, do you know I put a $1 bill in her fucking hand, bro? A $1 bill. Not a 10, not a 5, a $1 bill. Because remember, I told you I had made a sale before I came to this motherfucker. Man, listen, fuck that bitch. I got some pussy and you got $1. I'll buy that for $1, motherfucker. Well, look, man. Appreciate y'all for listening to Jones Story Time, man. Y'all be cool how y'all be cool. I'm gonna get at y'all, man. Peace. Look at that box. Who down the motherfucking box? That's Jordan. That's not Jordan. I wanna be like Mike. So I'll take some motherfucking paper off the shit, bro. And I'll open this motherfucker up. And this shit layered up. But I see some brand new fire red 4s up in this bitch, cuz. Oh, and these bitches wet. Oh, these bitches wet. Hey. Shouts out to Michael Jordan. This is my personal pair he sent me and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I fucks with the homie and shit. Big G.
iTunes and all. You smell me? Peace.